We left Utah, heading towards Nevada and traveling through the beautiful state of Arizona with its beautiful rock features and colorful sights. We're heading to a campground, which we've chosen, that is on the west side of Las Vegas, so that we have easy access to Death Valley National Park. Just as we were leaving Arizona, we got to cross over the Hoover Dam. It was built between 1931 and 1936 and is a magnificent thing to see. We made our way through Las Vegas and to our campground, where we had a beautiful view of the moonrise every evening. Although we stayed in Nevada, we crossed over into California, going into Death Valley National Park. As you can see here on each side of the road, you can still see some of the damage that was done from the August of 2023 flooding from the Hurricane Hilary. And they say that mud and debris was piled up 10 feet deep in some places, but you can see that there was a lot of erosion to the sand and topsoil, and there was a lot of damage done to the roads, which they were still repairing while we were there. Here we're coming up to the inn at Death Valley, otherwise known as the Oasis at Death Valley. It was originally established in 1927 as Furnace Creek Inn and Ranch Resort. As you can see, with all the palm trees and the plants, it does look like an oasis in the middle of this deserted place. As you pass the inn, you'll come to the sea level sign, which you'll see right here. And then to the left, there is a road that'll take you down to the Badwater Basin, which is traveling south. We chose to go up to the visitor center first, which is continuing north on 190. You can see Badwater Basin, or at least parts of it, the valley leading to it, as you go. Before you get to the visitor center, you get to an area where there are some shops and a restaurant and some lodging. There's also a campground on the right, and there on the left, where it looks really green, actually is a creek that's free flowing. It must be from a spring. And then just down here, of course, the fuel. You'll see how high the prices are. A little bit of that is being in California, and a little bit of that is being the only gas station in Death Valley. We drove north of the visitor center on 190 just for a little while, and then turned around and headed back to see some of the other points of interest. You can see this is what they call the Salt Creek area, which is really just a dry creek bed. Down here, we are almost to the Harmony Borax Works. Oh, there you can see it right there. Along the way, some of those hills are beautiful with the yellows and the greens and all. And the Harmony Borax Works, it was really interesting. It was only in business for 5 years, from 1883 until 1888. They used 20 mule team wagons, where they used them to transport the borax 165 miles from Death Valley to Mojave. The 20 mule team wagons actually became a symbol for borax because of this. They produced 3 tons of borax daily, and that was from workers gathering impure chunks of mineral from the valley floor. It's all that white stuff you look out and see. And they loaded them into 1-horse carts and transported it up here to the borax works, where they put it through the vats in a system to purify it and turn it into borax. And that's what these wagons transported. We headed back south on 190 and stopped into Artist Palette. It's a one-way scenic drive, which takes you through these beautifully colored rock formations. They are volcanic deposits, rich in compounds like iron oxides and chlorite, which create this rainbow effect of colors. We were heading further south and came upon this really crazy rock sculpture. Turns out it was volcanic lava that had been sculpted by winds and water over the years. Pretty crazy. Heading further and further south, going towards Badwater Basin. Here you can see the amount of water that is still in it. We were so fortunate to be there when they had water in the lake. Normally it's just called Badwater Basin, but they're calling it Lake Manly because a lake was actually formed. It's normally dry. This was all from the rains from Hurricane Hilary. It got up to, they say, 2 to 3 feet deep in the lake. It was incredible. Then we drove up to Dante's View to kind of get a better aspect, a better view. You can really see the whole valley from up here. It's definitely worth the drive. There's the lake right there. Normally that is all just the white looking sand, which is actually salt, which is why it's white. But just a really incredible view from up here at Dante's View. Dante's View offers a beautiful view, but boy, oh boy, it sure was cold the day we were there. It was super windy and 44 degrees. Here we're going up Zabriskie Point, which is an elevated vista where you can view the beautifully colored Badlands below. This is 20 Mule Team Canyon. It had been closed because of the flooding damaged, but had just been repaired enough to be able to be opened back up. It's a 2.5-mile unpaved road that winds between, around, and over yellow hills. It really gives you some spectacular views, and it's really unique and worth driving back there. Death Valley was cool enough while we were there that we were able to take Ty with us, which of course he loves. We did travel the 1 hour back to our campground through the Amargosa Desert. I think I'm saying that right. It was almost as beautiful and unique as Death Valley, with its striped rocks and just beautiful rock features. Okay, so we had to go to Las Vegas while we were in the area. First, we just drove around. Since this was my first time to ever be there, Don just kind of showed me around and showed me what it was like. It was definitely different than what I was expecting, but it was a fun experience. So we parked and decided to go on into Caesar's Palace. This is a view from what I call the back part of it. It connects to, I believe, the Bellagio, but it connects to other places that you can go without actually being out on the street. We went inside Caesar's Palace and walked around a little bit and decided that we needed to have lunch somewhere. So we ate at the food court, and this is what you get for $53 at the food court in Caesar's Palace. We were kind of shocked. It was good though. It was very good. I really enjoyed the Forum Shops is what they call it. It's a beautiful setup to look like you're walking the streets of Rome. The ceilings are painted like the sky, and with just the right lighting, you really kind of did have that feel as close as you could in an indoor mall. We walked out and went over to the Bellagio, which is kind of next door. You can see where they do the fountains, but they weren't running at the time. But it was just kind of neat to see where everything was laid out, looking down the street, what's across, all of that. And it was really beautiful. The front corner here where the horse fountain was, that was really neat. Then we went back in the Bellagio because it does connect back over to Caesar's Palace. Here's going up the escalator. Everything is just so beautiful. Here's a little part of old Las Vegas. That was kind of more what I was expecting. And a few more iconic places here. We ended our day in Las Vegas by visiting the amazing Sphere.